All right. Hey guys. Thank you all for joining me. I've got some new people on here tonight, so I'm super excited to share with you guys a bunch of information. I'm going to try to squeeze it all into 40 minutes because that's all I've got. So basically, I'm going to go through some of the stuff that you got in your success kit, and then I'm going to go over some other extra stuff that I feel like is super important. So the first thing I've got to say is whether or not you've received your stuff yet, your welcome pack or your products, the first thing is don't wait to share. And this is if you get new people on your team too, you can just, transfer this information to them. Don't wait to share. Kaylin, I'm going to give you a shout out because before she even got her welcome pack, she got a customer, and that is awesome because people don't necessarily need to see a crazy amazing testimony from you personally in order to decide that they want to do something. They just need to see you sharing about it. They need to see stuff that's relatable. So if you join and then 5 minutes later you make your first post, you could have a customer, you could have a new ambassador, no questions. It could definitely happen. So don't wait until you get your stuff. And then when you do get your stuff, don't wait until you have like a crazy testimony to start sharing about it. So you could be a person who doesn't need to lose weight. Maybe you don't have, sugar issues or anything like that, but maybe you have been sleeping really, really good at night. That could be something that people are seriously looking for. I know I see it all over my timeline, young people and older people that just can't sleep. And that is definitely a humongous blessing from Plexus because I'm a mom of two and I need to get my sleep at night. So whatever it is, whether it's good sleep, whether it's energy, whether it's just not needing a nap in the afternoon, the things that you think may be small could be like the biggest struggles that people are having. So don't wait to share your testimony. Share your journey along the way every little bit. Sorry, hold on a second. Okay, so share every little bit of your journey, whether you think it's big or small. And don't wait to share. Don't wait till you get your stuff. I know that some people have done like a live unboxing video when they get their welcome pack, and I think those are really awesome because a lot of people will get on to watch live videos, and it's a really good chance for you to show people what it's really like to get your welcome pack, what the products really say that they do, and to actually see the stuff in real life. So live unboxing videos are great. As soon as you get your stuff, start being a product of the product. That's my second point. As soon as you get your stuff, you got to start taking it, right? So start drinking your water. We all know that water is super important. You're supposed to be drinking half your body weight in ounces of water. So like for me, I weigh about 125 pounds. So I try to drink at least 70 ounces every single day. So for you and your customers, make sure they know that they have to be drinking half their body weight in ounces of water because otherwise the toxins are not being flushed out. That stuff is staying in there and the products just aren't going to be as effective. So be a product of the product. Start drinking your water. Start working on eating better. The products are not magic. They're a tool to help you live a healthier lifestyle, to help you eat better, to help you have the energy and hopefully the motivation to start exercising, right? So be a product of the product. You can't be a Plexus ambassador and talking about these amazing health supplements and then posting pictures or sharing pictures of like cakes and candy and Oreos all day long, right? That's not really putting off the right image. So you want to start working on being your brand, start being healthy, start trying to live healthy like Plexus. That's what it's all about, right? So take your products consistently. I've been taking these products for over 2 years now, and I still have reminders on my phone for my BioCleanse and ProBio because sometimes the BioCleanse is easy to forget because I take it in between my meals. So I still look at those reminders, and they still help me. So set reminders, do whatever you got to do, put your products in a certain place, whatever you got to do so that you can be consistent with that. Okay, so be a product of the product, and that also means that you need to be doing your research. You need to be learning about gut health. You need to be learning about blood sugar and inflammation and everything that can affect. I know that I like to share articles a lot that are related to gut health because sometimes that's a lot better to share than just the constant Plexus. It's good for people to see this information and this research coming from a completely unrelated website, a medical website, a legitimate website that has nothing to do with Plexus at all, but that affirms the fact that gut health is so important, that blood sugar is important, and that inflammation is so important. So do your research, and that also kind of goes along with my next little point is that you have to build your belief in the products. So whether you just started taking them or you've been taking them for a few months, you have to build your belief to be so strong that anyone's negative opinions or little comments on your statuses or your posts aren't going to affect you, because it's really easy to be discouraged when someone has a negative opinion about network marketing or about Plexus, or those people who say they don't need supplements, whatever it is, it's easy to get discouraged by those people. But if you build your belief, if you read the testimonies, watch the YouTube videos, do the research on gut health and why probiotics and enzymes and magnesium are so important to your body, your belief is going to be so high that those people are not going to be able to knock you down, right? So I've been taking them for a long time, but honestly, ever since I decided to go all in and learn everything that I could about gut health, especially, is like my passion now. There's nobody in the world that could tell me that Plexus doesn't work or that you don't need supplements, because I know that you do. So you got to build your belief. Watch the videos, read the testimonies every single day. Take your products consistently. Track your journey. Take pictures, measure yourself, because it's not all about the pounds. The inches are going to come off first. If you need to lose inches, those are going to come off first, because our products burn fat and not muscle. So I personally, I don't really weigh myself. I don't really care about that. I try to just keep track of how I'm feeling, how I'm sleeping, and my inches and that kind of stuff. So track your progress. And then the next tip would be, I'm kind of skipping over some of the success kit, but my notes are all over the place. So my next little bit is about social media. This is always one of the biggest parts, because most of our business is on social media. Obviously, it's important to get out there in the real world and talk to real people, and you can do sip and sees and all that stuff, and going to opportunity meetings, going to the events is so awesome. I just started working my business in June of last year, after I had been technically an ambassador for a year and a half. And I started working my business right before the leaders retreat, when the contest came out. So that was super motivating, because I really wanted to go to that. It was in Dallas, and I went to it, and it seriously blew me away. It was incredible. And it's not like convention where anyone can go. So there was a lot less people there, but it was just incredible. Everything about it was amazing. The environment, the people there, it was also amazing. So I definitely recommend you get out there and go to those events if you can. I know my North Carolina people, there's a Raleigh opportunity event coming up on Thursday night. I'm going if you want to carpool with me. So definitely get to those events. But with social media, obviously, like I said, super important. So there's people in network marketing that kind of go about it the wrong way, right? So Plexus's motto is network marketing the way it should be done, but rarely is done. So we want to uphold that motto, and we want to be different than everyone else, right? So when it comes to social media, those people who are friends with you on social media, they follow you because they're interested in you. They're interested in your life, the real you. They don't want to be sold to. No one really likes to be sold to, right? You don't want to be pressured. You don't want to feel like you're just a dollar sign to someone. So you want to be you as much as you can on social media. Share about your life, share about your pets, share about your kids, share about your weekend, the food you're eating, all that stuff. So when someone goes to your Facebook page, they want to see a real person with a real life, and then just Plexus plugged in there, just like it should be. It should be a part of your life. You don't want to be a walk-in advertisement. My biggest social media tip is try to avoid posting those salesy images. I know when I first started my business, I got a lot of pictures off of Pinterest. And I thought that those were good, and I thought that that would work because obviously a lot of people were using them because they were on Pinterest. But when you think about it from your potential customer's perspective, a lot of people have used those, and they probably see them all the time. and it's probably just annoying for them. And they want to see your life. So I recommend taking your own pictures of your stuff, sharing like quotes and motivational stuff. Basically just be you as much as possible and incorporate Plexus into that. You want to connect with people more than you want to convince them. You don't want to convince them of anything. We don't need to convince anybody of anything. We know that these products are amazing. We know this business opportunity is amazing. We don't need to convince people of that. What our job is to do is to connect with people. That's probably one of the most amazing things about Plexus is just all the people I've been able to connect with on such a deeper level. Because for me, Plexus has done like, thanks, Chelsea. Plexus has done like insane things for me, like things I never would have imagined were going to happen. I'm talking about health-wise right now. Because I used to take prescription medication for depression for 8 years, starting in 7th grade is when I started taking them. And then several months into the triplex, I got pregnant again, and I decided that I wanted to have a natural pregnancy. I wanted to kick those prescription medications to the curb. Even though for so long before that, I thought that I was going to rely on them forever. I thought that that was just who I was, genetically kind of ran the family, so I thought that that was just me. But a few months into triplex, I started researching gut health. I started researching the correlation between probiotics and your mental health. And I was able to finally wean myself off of those medications, whereas beforehand, I tried to do that many times, and it was not pleasant. So you want to connect with people. You want to ask questions. You want to get to know people. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So sometimes you just need to listen to what other people are telling you. Sometimes it's hard to, when you see a status posted by someone, it's hard not to just get in their inbox immediately and like be talking about Plexus. But sometimes what they really want is to be listened to. They want to be heard. And when you do listen to these people and you understand their problems, it's going to be so much easier to help them pick the right products, to help them in their health journey, because everyone is different. Everyone has different health issues, but also everyone has a different attitude. They've got a different mindset towards health supplements, MLMs, all that stuff. So you really just need to get to know people, and sometimes you need to just forget about the rank, forget about the paycheck, forget about your PV, all that stuff, and just focus on connecting with these people as much as you can, because network marketing really is relationship marketing. And if you focus on building those relationships, you're going to find that you're going to be successful much faster, and it's going to be a much more flourishing success. Not so much based off of numbers. It's going to be based off of lives that you're changing, and that people who are really like emotionally invested into Plexus like I am. I'm really emotionally invested into this. So that's what it should be about. You should be focused on sharing your story with people versus selling to people. Like I said, people don't want to be sold to, but they do want to hear your story. So I've had several times where I've written a long paragraph about my whole story. You can do that, but also just sharing little tidbits as you go, like I said, about your story, about your life, about your day, how you implemented your products into your day, etc. Talking like you would to anyone else. So social media is very, very important. And number 1 tip is to be yourself, take your own pictures, post your own statuses. Sometimes there's really good statuses out there. And I've seen it before. I've been scrolling down my Facebook and I've seen it and I was like, that's a really good status. So I go over to the arrow and I press save post and I save it, and I have like 100 saved posts right now. Because you'll keep scrolling and you'll see like 20 other Plexus people post that same status. So like I said, think about it from the customer's, the potential's perspective. If they see that status over and over and over again, they're gonna be like, okay, this must be fake, or these people are just annoying, right? So save it and maybe post like a few days later or like a week later if it's really that good. Otherwise, you can say, I love what my friend so-and-so said, quotes, and then copy and paste it, something like that. But don't hit the share button. Don't do that, because then people are going to be more drawn to click on that person's profile instead of talk to you. So you're kind of just doing yourself a disservice if you just click share. So post your own statuses unless it's really, really good, and then save it for later, or maybe just say, I love what my friend said, and share their post, maybe tag them or something. So my next little bit is about the Success Kit. The Success Kit has so much good stuff in it. I still have mine. I still look at it all the time. I have my 10 steps. That's what I keep looking at. I have my 10 steps like right up here on my little wall. The flashcards are awesome. Thank you cards. I used those when I first got started. I used those for customers. Once I kind of got started, I ordered some off of Etsy that were like really cute and personalized. But it has really good stuff for when you're just getting started. It has stuff about the compensation plan. It's got it like, it has the chart, and then it has it written out real simple where it's a lot easier to understand it. But definitely dive into that Success Kit when you get started, but also keep looking at that, because really all the information that you need is in there, and they gave it to us. So use your Success Kit. The compensation plan, I'm going to go over this really fast for my new people, but I'm going to try to keep it simple. So there's 11 different ways that we get paid as Plexus ambassadors, or that we can get paid. The first one is your personal volume. That's your PV. So say you have a customer who orders triplex, costs them about $125, and it gives you 115 PV, personal volume. So at the end of the month, your personal volume is what you're going off of when you're thinking about your commission check. So you get 15% on your sales, 101 PV through 499 PV. Personally, myself, I order triplex at least every single month. Sometimes I add other stuff in there, but at least a triplex every single month, and that gives me 101 PV. I keep it on unconditional, so I never have to worry about it not coming out and me running out of products. Conditional means it will only come out if you do not have 100 PV. So say you have it set to the 28th, tomorrow comes around the 28th, you don't have 100 PV, haven't made any sales or anything, or maybe you made a sale that was less than 100 PV, your backup order will come out at that time because you don't have 100 PV. So I just set it to unconditional, like at the beginning of the month, so I never forget, and I'm always stocked on my products. Once you go over 500 PV, you start making 25%, which makes a humongous difference. I think like 15% of 499. I'm going to do this for you just to show you the difference. 499 times 15%. That would be $75. If you were at 499% at the end of the month, that would be $75, not including your preferred customer bonuses or anything, just the commission. But if you had 501 PV, you would get 25%, which is $125. So basically, by going over $500, you made $50 extra. So definitely always want to shoot for 500 every single month, because that 25% makes a huge difference. The second way we get paid is through preferred customer bonuses, like I was just talking about. So I always straight up tell my customers, do not order retail. It's expensive, and there's no reason why you should do that when you can get it cheaper for preferred, and you can cancel at any time, no charge, no fees, no hassle, nothing. You can just turn it off and cancel it. And with retail and preferred, you get that 60-day money-back guarantee, as well as ambassadors now, which is awesome. But so if you have a preferred customer order the triplex, that's a $20 bonus, and that's every single month that they order. So if they continue to order and they keep their backup order on, that's 20 extra bucks each month, plus the commission that you're getting from their order and from the other orders. So preferred is always the best choice if they want to be a customer and not a wholesale ambassador, or an ambassador and work the business. The third way to get paid is 5% from your level ones. So once you start signing level ones, if they're qualified, which means they have 100 PV or more, you're going to get 5% of their qualifiable commission. So everything over 100 PV, but it doesn't affect their commission at all. So once you start adding lots of level ones, if they're really working the business and they have really good PVs at the end of the month, that 5% adds up a lot, and it's a pretty good amount of money. So don't forget about that. The fourth way to get paid is through pay points. And you're going to start thinking about this when you're starting to build a team, when you want to go up. Your pay points are what determines if you achieve the next rank. So for silver, all you have to do is get 3 ambassadors with welcome packs and you're silver. You don't even have to care about the points. But when you're shooting for gold, you need 100 points. So your pay points, levels 1 through 3, your ambassadors, levels 1 through 3, are worth 5 points to you. This is only if they are qualified and have 100 PVs. So you could have 100 people on your team. If they're not qualified and they don't have their 100 PV, you're not even silver, right? It doesn't matter because they have to be actively working the business. We're not a company where you just sign people up and you get paid for signing people up and not doing any work, right? So you're getting paid based off of the activity that your team is doing. So level 4, so this would be like, if Kaylin is my level 1, that's my level 1. Say she signs up Gabby under her, that's my level 2. If she signs up Mary, if Gabby signs up Mary, that's level 3, right? Okay. So level 4 is worth 4 pay points. Level 5 is worth 3 pay points. 6 is worth 2. And then 7 is worth 1. So as you get deeper in your levels, you get less points for those people because you're doing less work with them, right? So it goes down. The points go down as you go deeper. But levels 1 through 3 are worth 5. So the 5th way that we get paid is through the bonuses that you get for ranking up. So the first rank is silver, which is a $100 bonus. Gold is $250 bonus. Senior gold, $350. Ruby, $500. And senior ruby is $750 bonus. Those are awesome. When you move up to emerald, you don't get the bonus because you start getting profit share. I'm not going to go into that yet. The 6th way is fast start. So if you join and you are ready to like go fast, you can go fast start gold. You can go fast start senior gold, which means that you go gold or you go senior gold in your first 30 days. So if you're one to fast start gold, that means that you have 100 points in your first 30 days. 20 people if they're all qualified. And your bonus would be doubled if you did the fast start gold. Lots of people who have done that. So the 7th way you get paid is the profit sharing. For emeralds, when you go emerald, you don't get that bonus because you start getting a profit share, which is 3%. The way Plexus works is that 50% of all the sales go to Plexus as a company, and then 50% goes out to the ambassadors for your commission. And so when you go emerald, you start getting 3% of that 50% of profit share of all of those sales. When you go sapphire, you get another 1% added to that. And when you go diamond, you get another 1% added to that. When you think about how much revenue Plexus creates, that's a lot of money. And that's just one way that we get paid, not counting all these other ways. So the 10th way that we get paid is through welcome packs. When you sign people up, you always want them to get welcome packs, obviously because they get their products for the cheapest that they'll ever get them, and because you get the success kit, which is amazing, like I was just telling you about. And when they sign up with a welcome pack, if it's your level 1 and they do the $100 welcome pack, the next week you're going to get $25. You get 50% goes to Plexus, 50% to the ambassador. So you would get $25 of the welcome pack. Your the second upline gets 15% of that. Was 25. They would get $12.50. The person above them will get $6.25. So 25%, 15%, and then 10%. So when you hear people saying we get paid 5 times a month, they mean that they're signing people up every single week and they're getting that weekly paycheck and they're getting that big paycheck in the middle of the month. So it's definitely possible to get paid 5 times a month every week and then twice in a week when that big paycheck comes. So always do welcome packs. They're awesome. The 11th way is through the diamond re-entry, which we only have one double diamond at the moment. Her name is Celeste Gwynn. She is incredible. What this means is that when you go diamond, you have the opportunity to re-enter under yourself as your own level 1 and start a whole new team under you. So we have some people that are like diamond gold, diamond senior gold, diamond silver. Basically, they're starting over, but it's adding to their already diamond. So they're trying to go double diamond. So that's incredible. The average diamond makes almost $500,000 a year. So you can imagine what Celeste Gwynn makes. It's incredible. So that is the compensation plan, quick and easy. When I started working my business, what it took for me to actually start doing it was to sit down and look at that compensation plan and really understand it, because once I did, I was like, okay, like I can make some real money doing this, and this is how I'm going to do it. So definitely get to know that compensation plan, and all that stuff is in the success kit. The fifth thing is your why. Your why is so important. You're going to hear so many people talking about your why. Because like I was saying earlier, it's very easy to get discouraged. It's very easy to want to give up, and to think that this is not going to happen for you, and to let these negative thoughts get in your head. But if you have a really strong why, that's going to be what pushes you through. That's going to be what keeps you going. I mean, I've seen someone who was homeless who is now like a senior Ruby. I bet she had a really big why, right? So my why personally is I have 2 little boys. My fiance works 9 to 9 every single day. We rarely get to see him. So obviously I want to retire him. I want to be on the road and travel the world. These are my whys. These are things I have on my bulletin board, that I have like on my phone background, always reminding me why I do need to get on that team call. I do need to reach out to that girl. I do need to post this right now, because my why is so, it's so rooted, and I need this to happen, right? So you need to find your why. You need to write it down on paper, somewhere where you can see it. And like I said, make a vision board. Do something like that where you can see it at all times, so you don't so you don't give up. You want to have something really, really strong. We like to say that your why needs to make you cry. So think about your why, like really think about it. Think about what that diamond income could really do for your family, or what it could do for your children. I know I want to put my kids into whatever college they want to go to. I've got about 15 years, 16 years for that. So definitely Plexus can make that happen if I don't give up. So write down your why and make sure that it's strong enough that it makes you cry. The 6th little reason is to set your goals, and they need to be SMART goals, which means they are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and Sarah, help me out here. I wrote it down, but then I just wrote down the acronym. Hold on. I know she knows. T stands for, I'm not sure. I'm going to wait for her to respond, but specific and measurable. That means like your goal cannot be, I want to talk to a bunch of new people this month, because that's not specific and you can't measure that. You can't say at the end of the month, oh yeah, I talked to a lot of new people. It needs to be specific and measurable. Yes, time-based. You're awesome. Okay, so it means your goal is going to be, I'm going to go silver by the end of this month. Sorry, I just got a notification. I have 10 more minutes. Okay, I'm going to go silver by the end of this month, and I'm going to have 1,000 PV, and I'm going to have 5 new customers. Those are both very specific and very measurable. If at the end of the month I'm looking back at my goals, I'll be able to measure if I met my goals or not, or how close I was to those goals. Attainable and realistic. So obviously, attainable and realistic does not mean that you want to go diamond by March. Okay, so that's not going to happen. It's good to dream big, but you need to be realistic with yourself. Otherwise, you're probably going to give up on those goals, or you're going to get really discouraged, and then you might quit, right? None of us on here are going to quit. But I'm just saying, you need to make them realistic and attainable. So something that's attainable for me is to go gold this month. I'm pushing so hard to go gold. Something that's attainable for me is to go senior gold by convention. But then I have my big, hairy, audacious goal, which is to be Ruby or senior Ruby by convention. So you want to have those big goals in place, so you know that you're pushing hard for those goals, but you want to have that must-have attainable goal that you have to do. So set your goals, write them down. A goal without a plan is simply a dream, and we all dream, we all daydream, but dreams do not come true unless you do the work, unless you make the plan and you follow through with it. So write them down, make a plan. If you're on my team, get with me and we'll make a plan, because you got to have a plan. Monkey math is something you'll hear a lot of people talking about. I was on the phone with Kim Waller a little bit earlier, which was awesome. She's our Emerald upline. She's amazing. And we did some monkey math to figure out how I would be senior gold by convention. And basically that means that you go in, you do the math, you figure out how many ambassadors am I going to need to add, with points, considering all these people are qualified with points, how many am I going to need to add, or how many is my team going to need to add in order for me to get there? And you probably need to add some extra because people might quit. That happens. Attrition happens. So you need to go in if you're really wanting to reach that next rank. Really, this is more for gold and above. You need to do that monkey math and figure out exactly what you have to do to get where you want to go. Or else it's kind of hard. You get kind of lost in the numbers. If you're not really sure what you have to do, like I said, you need a plan to get there. So connect with your upline and sidelines. I'm some of y'all's direct upline, which means I'm your sponsor, but we're all in this business for ourselves, which is awesome because being an entrepreneur is the best job in the world, I think. But we have uplines and we have downlines and we have sidelines. Basically, those are just our teammates. Those are people that we need to be connecting with, that we need to be encouraging. There's some people on here who aren't even on my team. Like, I don't benefit from helping people. These jewels who get on our calls, they don't benefit from helping us because they're not even on our teams. But you need to connect with these people because being in a support system it's the best thing ever. Plexus has introduced me to this positive mindset. All these encouraging, motivating people who aren't even on my team, who don't even like really know me, but they're still so encouraging and they're still so nice and motivating to me. And that has been crucial to my business and my mindset because previously I've never really been that much of a confident person, never really thought that I was a leader, nothing like that. But being in this environment with these amazing supporting people has just been crucial to my business and to getting me to where I am now. And it's going to be crucial to getting me to where I want to go. So connect with your teammates. 8 is your Frank's list. This is in the success kit. What you want to do is make a list that you can continue adding to every single day. Frank stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kid connections, spouse connections, slash service organizations if you don't have a spouse or a kid. So in each category, write down every single person that you know in that category, friends, relatives, etc. Whether or not you think that they're going to be interested in the products, whether you think they need this business. Celeste Gwynn, the double diamond I was telling you about, she did not need this business. She was already very well off. Her family was, they were all business owners. She did not need this business, but now she's a double diamond and she has inspired and motivated so many people, and she has benefited so much and gained so much from this opportunity and this blessing that is Plexus. So don't prejudge people, whether you think they need the products or you think they need the money. Because like I said earlier, like better sleep. You may see the fittest person with abs and biceps, and they might have horrible sleep patterns, horrible digestive issues. You don't really know. So don't prejudge people. Just write down as many people as you can and keep adding to that list. I know I'm a part of like several different like moms groups and like different things like that. And no, I don't go and like add all those people on Facebook and like add them to my list. But I try to build those relationships with those people and connect with these people. Because these are people who are like me. They're moms like me in my area. So connect with those people. Always, always try to meet new people and branch out. Because this business is not always about what you know or who you know, but who those people know and who those people know. Because this is a business where you want to go wide. You want to add as many people as you can, but you also want those people to be going deep, to be adding people. I know on Kim's team, if you're on our team, on Kim's team, we have people from all over America, Canada, New Zealand. That is the ideal business model, is it spreads all over because your people know people who know people who know people. So keep adding people, keep connecting with new people. You never know what is going to come from those new relationships. So this next thing I have is launch parties. This is something that I just started doing before Cassidy, who's on here now. Before Cassidy, I had never done like a launch party for anybody. And now Cassidy has her first ambassador. She got a customer and she just joined this month. So I think that launch parties are amazing. Online, I mean, you could do one in person, but online is so much easier. And we have like a typed out thing that's already there that has all the information. cute pictures, everything. And you just add people, you invite people, personally message them. Don't just add them to the group because that is spammy. People don't like that. So personally message them and say, hey, I just started this business and I would really love if you would just come and listen to what they're all about. And I would really love to have your support. Invite them to the group. We go over everything. We post the posts. We do a giveaway. They're awesome. Always has an awesome turnout. So if you just started, do a launch party. If you started a few months ago, just do a launch party anyways because you never did one. It's hard sometimes to just cold message people out of the blue, but it's a lot easier to invite them to an event. So launch parties are awesome. The last thing that I have, because I have 2 minutes left, the last thing that I have is to get to know your back office. Your back office, backoffice.plexusworldwide.com. That is like your virtual home office. That's where you're going to see your PV. That's where you're going to see your points and your teammates. It also has training in there. There's videos, there's articles, there's audio, and there's a library full of amazing documents, everything that you need to know, compensation plan, all of that. And there's also shareables, which are really awesome because you just share the picture, and if on Facebook, and if the person clicks on the picture, it goes to your website. So those are awesome. I love to use those. So definitely go into your back office and get to know everything. There's training on there that you can do, and you can complete it, and that little box will stop popping up when you log in. So if you complete the training, that will go away and you'll know a lot more. So I have less than a minute left and I don't want it to cut off. So thank you guys for listening. And if you have any questions, you can just message me on Facebook or add me on Facebook if we're not friends. We probably are if you're on this call because you saw it. So yeah, if you have any questions, just ask me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.